Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zelkenon, bringing you a Smite super builds. I have done Aries in the past before, but I wanted to revisit it since it's been probably a couple months at least, and since I've gone legendary about a month ago or so. I've undergone some changes to my Aries build and the way in the process in which I buy them. Most of it's the same, but I tweaked it a little bit more since I had some issues with a few matches. But besides all that, let's go ahead and go into the build. So actives, make sure you do get this blink. Do not get combat blink. Combat blink is I think 120 or 180 second. I think it's 120 second cooldown, which that is way too long to initiate a fight. You want to make sure to get regular blink because it's only a 45 second cooldown. Also, after you blink, you also gain a 40% movement speed for 1 second after blinking. So if you don't initially land in that group of people with your blink, you have a second to catch up to them with that movement speed increase. Now this build is for arena or match of the day or whatever. This is not for conquest. I personally do not think Aries is good in conquest. I think he's rather bad. But just keep in mind this is for arena build. Feebling Curse. If you want to get Weakling Curse, if the other team has healers like Hell or Aphrodite or whatever, then fine. But get Enfeebling Curse because most likely you're going to be going against assassins and carries and whatnot that will have very high attack speeds. So you pop this either before you use your ultimate, like you blink in, you pop this, and then you grab them. Or what I mainly do is I blink in, grab them, pull them in with my ulti, and then afterwards pop this. That way they have trouble escaping and or fighting back against you. This allows your team to pick up the kills and deal damage. And if you need to, you can secure the kills with this curse since their movement speed will be decreased by 40% for 5 seconds, which that is quite a bit. Alright, so most of these items are in order of what I get. So right away in arena, I buy, I think it's tier 2 Breast of Valor, and I get tier 1 Blink. This way, as soon as I hit level 5, I'm already ready to blink in there before they buy beads. Most of the time, 1 or 2 will buy beads right away. They're like, oh, we're fighting Aries, let's get beads. Most of the time, not everybody will buy beads in the very beginning, so that's why it's important to have your Blink and Breastplate of Valor. That way you have some defense. So you want to rush Breastplate of Valor as soon as possible, and after you finish your tier 3 Breastplate of Valor, you want to rush into Blink 3, because or else you're gonna be waiting for your blink to be off cooldown. That kind of defeats the purpose of your cooldown reduction for this Valor for your ulti, unless if you can manage to catch up to him and not have to use your blink. But most of the time you have to use your blink since a lot of people are scared of Aries, so they hang way in the back. So yeah, rush this, get your blink full. Then after that, you do want to get your boots. You do need the movement speed. If you're fighting a lot of CC gods, you want to get these boots. If not, you can get the other, which is 5% less damage taken. So that is important to get afterwards. And then from there, you can get the Enfeebling Curse if you want, or Weakling Curse, whatever you want, as your second active. Or if you're fighting another Aries or Hades, you might want to get beads yourself. At least for, well, you can't sell them, so it doesn't matter. So second active is up to you, but I do recommend the Enfeebling Curse. So next we have Bork of Hope, because since we have Valor, we need magical defense and health. This gives you both with the great passive. So that is a very important item to have as a tank. Now I know Aries with this passive, he gets bonus magical power per item. I don't really care too much about that, but I did throw in some items in here at the end. Next we have Item of Concentration. So Valor alone, your cooldown on your ulti goes from 90% to 70%-ish, approximately. That's great enough since beads is only 90 seconds, so you do have, what, a 20-second gap to cast your ulti. But most of the time, if they really want to be jerks, they will get Ages, which has a longer cooldown, but they can fluctuate between Ages and their beads. that way you can't use your ulti that much. So you might want to go ahead and go with another cooldown reduction item. I typically get this out of concentration. It's more magical protection, MP5, that way you can stay in the battle longer without having to worry about retreating back to respawn to get your mana back. So you have your 10% cooldown reduction. I want to go ahead and look at the ulti. So that brings our cooldown from 90 to 70, and now it's down to 58.5 seconds, which that is more than enough to get your ulti off every time. And if you are playing Aries, I highly suggest you be an aggressive Aries and do the commands to let your team know that your ulti is up and you're going to attack. Make sure you tell them to attack when you're going to ulti. Because you do want to be the aggressive Aries where you have your enemies always popping their beads and ages, but with your cooldown reduction, they're not going to have it up every single time, so that's very important. Also, do not waste your ulti on 2 or less people, unless if you really want to get greedy and you want to secure a kill, then fine, but make sure to grab as many people as you can possible. Make sure all their beads and ages are on cooldown, so you can bring them in. Next we have Mystical Mark, a great item, high HP and high physical protection. Also, this is an aura item, so when you pull them in, you will deal a few seconds of damage with the aura to kind of start weakening them down. Also, the aura item gives you, I believe, 30. Yeah, it gives you 30 magical power just by being an aura item with your passive. So that's very nice to have. Finally, a Void Stone. Then again, it is another magical protection, so we can kind of stay even. If you look in the bottom left, we have our physical and magical protection even. Now this does vary. If you're fighting an even team, obviously go even defense. But if you're fighting a heavy physical defense team, high physical power team, then lean to more physical defense, of course. Maybe get Mail of Renewal instead of the Out of Concentration. But of course, this all varies. This is if you're fighting an even team. So we have our magical protection, like I said before, and magical power, and the aura items. The aura passive. This helps you when you pull them in. Your magical guys can take care of that much easier, plus giving you more magical power. So that is all done. In the end, we have 3,000 HP, which is pretty decent. It's a good base to have, at least being a guardian. Mana is completely fine. We have 100 magical power, 237 physical defense, 238 magical defense. Movement speed is 453. Alright, now that's all done. Now, if you get the chance, let's say I think it's Hoarder. Yeah, Hoarder, if you can buy your potions. This is all for Arena. So we have that to boost our magical power. That way our ulti, our flames, our shackles all does more damage to help secure the kills. So yeah, that is done. Let's go ahead and get that other potion, extra defense, which is not too popular, but there we go. Our defense is really high. Now, this is without popping our 2. Since we have a lot of cooldown reduction, this allows us to keep our 2, which gives us more defense, bolster defense. Protection's increased, CC reduction, lifetime 8 seconds, all that fun stuff. See, cooldown's 9.7 seconds, lifetime's 8 seconds. So you can almost keep your 2 constantly. Hitting that, it brings our defense to the very cap of 325 per defense. Now, with this being said, you can choose to go more HP oriented build. Just keep in mind you will have to have what's our altogether cooldown reduction? We have 25% and we have 10%. We have 35% cooldown reduction. So if you have at least 35% cooldown reduction and you don't want to have you don't feel like you need this much defense, you can go for more HP. You can probably go with Sovereignty instead of Mystical Mark. That gives you even more HP than this. A little bit less physical defense. But you do get the aura of giving physical defense to your allies. So that is a trade-off if you want to do that. That is totally up to you. Yeah. Now, all that nice talking done. Up to you what buff you want to get. If you want more cooldown reduction, I believe it is the orange. Nope, it is the blue, my bad. Blue. So let's just go with red, just so we can get some more power off, since we do need our power increase a little bit more. As you can see, not too bad power. See, our basic attacks do quite a bit actually, more than I expected. So we got red buff, brings our power to 232. I'm not sure, I haven't tested it, so let's see how much we can do against the flames is nothing. So let's just basic attack it down. You can see our sustain, HP, and mana is not dropping that much, and we're actually gaining our mana back, and that is it. So not too bad. I'm not going to bother wasting my time on the fire giant. So yeah, I just kind of want to bring this build up. Again, if you guys are new to Aries or whatever, he did get nerfed with the most recent patch. It was, I think it was 0.4 seconds. Now it's 0.2, so that doesn't matter too much. So yeah, I did get legendaries. He's quite the cool god for Arena anyway. Burn, chicken, burn. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I just really wanted to share this build out. Leave comments below or send me a message if you have any suggestions for Aries, or if you guys would like to see something else. I just felt like this build would help other people out quite a bit, since this is what I use, and it's been working a lot better than my previous build. And that is it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.